Guys, welcome Little Patch. Today I'm going to discuss with you this beautiful blossoming tree here behind me. This is a peach tree. I don't know what variety it is. I've never known what variety it is. All I know is they are super yummy. Now this peach tree is blossoming beautifully. It's not a very big peach tree. I'm going to tell you a little bit about this one, and I'm also going to show you another one that we've cut back. Now I put off doing this video for quite some time just due to the fact that I wasn't sure what was going to happen to the trees and how the trees were actually going to react to what we did to them. So we've had this property for about 12 years now, I think it is, and during that time we've always had this peach tree, and in the other peach tree that's over there we have other fruit trees as well. Here I will tell you about the plum tree and show you the plum tree and see how that's getting on. And I had no idea when I first started here how to actually prune a fruit tree. Now, so they were neglected, so they did not actually get pruned at all for probably the first 5 or 6 years, and then I started looking at them. We didn't take a lot of fruit off them. The birds were getting all the fruit. So last year I'll put the date, I'll write down the bottom how long ago it was that we actually did what we did to these trees, because I'm not actually sure anymore how long it's been. I just know that I've been putting this off just to see how these trees go. So these trees were absolutely massive trees. It looks big at the minute because I'm actually sitting on a chair in front of it. But I'm going to put some video footage up for you guys to show you the other peach tree and the plum tree and what we actually did to those two trees. So what we did is, I'd seen another video from Mark from Self-Sufficient Me. He's also another Australian YouTuber as well. He has a great channel. I watch a lot of his as well. He's over east somewhere. I can't for the life of me remember where he's from, but he as well, he's got some great videos, and he did to one of his fruit trees. He was having some diseases problems in it, so he basically cut it off right back to pretty much nothing. And I've just gone, well, maybe we should do that with our trees, because the fruit that we were getting on it, there was small fruit, and by the time they ripened, the fruit fly had gotten to it, and or the birds had gotten to it, because the trees were so big we couldn't get the fruit that was on the top of them as well. So I decided, and my husband and I, we made the decision that, you know what, these trees that are here, the house itself is 45 or something years old, so these fruit trees that are here have probably been here for in excess of 25 to 30 years. So they are very old fruit trees, and that is why I don't know what variety they are. I haven't really done research into the variety that these fruit trees are. I just know that this one behind me and the one over that way is both peach trees. So we did this peach tree. We cut this peach tree quite a ways back to about what it is at the moment. So I'm not sure if I've got video footage on this when we first cut this tree back, but basically we cut this tree back to this particular branch here and the other one on the side there, and that was all that was left of, and possibly this one here as well. I can't quite remember, but that is what we cut this thing right back to. We did this one way before we've done the other two, and this peach tree for the last season, so we did this probably about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, and it actually came back and I netted it, and just to see if I could actually get any fruit off it. I thought we weren't getting any fruit off it, but it grew back really nicely. I think I have got video footage of me taking the netting off and giving it a prune back to its shape now. So but yeah, so this particular branch here and this one here were exactly like this one, where there was no growth off of it. Yes, this is a fungal, but it's never caused the tree any problems. But so you can see this one here, there is no life left in this branch. But what has happened is from the base of the tree, so from the base of the tree here, we've had new suckers grow out. And most people normally cut these out and keep the basics of the tree. But because we cut these back to pretty much just those two branches, we've allowed all these extra suckers to grow back out. And what happened was I ended up with the most beautiful peaches, the size, like they were bigger than my hand. I couldn't even hold them in my hand. There was maybe only about 6 off the tree that we got, but they were the most amazing large peaches that I've gotten off this tree the entire 12 years or so that we've been here. So, and as you can see, there is so many new flowers, so much new growth, and fruit comes from the new growth on the plants. You know, this one here has a new growth coming off this main branch, and all of this was last year's growth from here as well. So most fruit grows off the new growth, off most plants anyway, of fruit trees. So that is why they generally cut them back. So so this tree, this peach tree, survived our major pruning. It was a very big tree as well, not quite as big as what the one on this side was. They normally recommend you only don't cut back any more than like 2/3 of a tree, but these trees, we just felt they needed it. The branches were hitting the ground and they were loaded in fruit, and they were just not looking really crash hot. So so we majorly cut this tree back. So I'm going to give you a look at this peach tree here and what it is actually doing now since we've cut it back, and I will put the video footage up for you guys so you can see how big the tree was and what the end result was after we finished cutting it down. So this is what's left of this peach tree. So what we left was this one, and this one at the back here, and I can't remember. Yeah, no, that was all we left on this peach tree, left of this peach tree. So this is its first year of growing back from its major haircut, and you can see this is the other one. This is its second year that it'll be growing from its major haircut. So you can see that even though this is pretty much not a lot here, we are still going to get probably a small amount of fruit off of it, and it is just got the most beautiful flowers on it now. And you can see there is new growth happening on one of the branches that we did leave. Something's broken it. So this will produce more fruit, and most of these little ones here, I'm pretty sure these ones we did take off, but I can't exactly remember. You might be able to see in the video footage whether we did leave or take these off here. But just so you can get an idea of how majorly we did actually cut this tree, I'm only about 5'2", 5'3", and this is the height of what's left of it. This tree was massive. It was probably originally 3 times as tall as I am, but like I said, I'll get that video footage for you and you'll get to see that. So that is what we've done with this peach tree, and you can see that it is coming back. We may not get a lot of fruit off of it this year, but we will see what happens for the following year. So sometimes you need to make a decision and go, you know what, something's not right, so I'm just going to stroll up to the other fruit tree while I talk to you. So sometimes, yes, you need to make a decision that something's not right with the tree. It's not doing well. I can't reach the fruit because this thing is about 6 foot tall, you know, 6 meters tall, or whatever the height of the tree is, and you need to make that decision to cut it back. We made the decision, and I'm not regretting the decision on those trees at all. Now, the other tree we did this to was a plum tree. This plum tree was producing some beautiful plums. Again, all the fruit was being produced at the top. So by the time the fruit was ripening, the birds had it, and it wasn't easy for us to get up there and get it. This was a massive tree. Again, I'll put that video footage in so you can see how big the tree is. Remembering, all these trees are 25 to 30 years of age. We didn't plant them in here, they were already in here when we moved into the property. So this is a plum tree. I have made some beautiful plum jams and all sorts of things out of this plums previously. So this is it here. So what we've left is this branch and this major branches here. That is all we left. Now this one is coming back. You can see at the top there is some flowers at the top there. Not as I'm just going to get around here. This one is not coming back as well as the other one. I think that this tree also usually has suckers that grow out of the bottom here, which are not growing out of there at the moment. So this tree may take a little bit longer to come back, but you can see there is flowers, so there is still life in this tree. Now this tree we didn't cut back anywhere near as much as the other tree, so there is still a fair amount to the top of this tree. But hopefully if we can get some new growth to grow here around my height, we'll actually be able to get some plums that the birds don't get, or we'll net it, or temporarily net it, or whatever it is we do to it. So so that is the same thing we've done with this plum tree. Now you'll have seen when I've had the video footage, there are other fruit trees here. We didn't do these ones because these are a cherry plum. And we didn't do these ones because we wanted to see how the plum tree, this plum tree, went before. I think Bear is enjoying the beautiful, beautiful sun and rolling around in the garden in the leaves. Is that good, Mr. Care Bear? Is that good? Yeah? That's good stuff, eh? So yeah, so there's this one here, which is a cherry plum tree. This one here, which you can see has amazingly, it's the most, there is so many flowers on this one. It is just going to, but the same problem happening. So you can see how tall this is. That's probably about 2 and a bit meters tall. Now what's left of it, I can't reach up here to get any of the fruit up here. I can pretty much only reach around the outside without getting a ladder, and then even then, because the top of it does fall like it does curve like this, so to get the fruit up here I'm going to be damaging whatever's down at the bottom here. So you can see in here there is quite a large gap between this tree. That is where this tree, this branch came right over and into here. So a lot of that will hopefully, now I'll be able to get some fruit out of the middle there. So, but this is still a really, really big tree. Depending on how this plum tree goes, to whether we do the same thing to the cherry plum. link some more videos around here somewhere for you guys to check out. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can see what's happening here. And guys, remember, I live in Western Australia, 2.5 hours south of Perth. So if you guys want to follow along with me for the season to see how things are getting on, you need to give that subscription a click, and I will give you as many videos as I possibly can during each week and keep you up to date with any diseases and the way I treat things here at Little Patch. Alright guys, thank you very much for joining me here at Little Patch today, and I will see you on the next vid.